service. So when he cooks or do that, clean, I go, oh, honey, thank you for washing the dish.
So many times you think that the touch can only happen during the sexual act and the union between that husband and wife. But the touch could be in the small thing, many boxes. But you never know what's inside until you do what?
Open it.
Open it. All right, and then hold up this, and you'll see that there are other boxes are inside. And men, we need to be romantic. Keep it real. Welcome to Keep It Real. I'm your host, Dr. Keith Rolle, aka Dr. K. As you can see, Sister Joyce Wakey Rolle is not in the studio today, but she will be, I guarantee you, the next 3 episodes. We'll be coming back from our honeymoon, and we're going to show, not our honeymoon, but our 4th anniversary getaway. We'll show you highlights of the country we went to. It was very romantic, and this is the month of November. Normally the first Sunday of our episodes. This is episode number 38, and we want to thank our sponsor. Our sponsor is none other than Stella, and she is with Rescue Us Mission. She was on our program back, I believe, in August, and also the Rescue Us Mission walk for sex trafficking was a great success. There's their contact information, Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram, their phone number, LinkedIn and Facebook. And so contact them if you would like to help them out at Christmas time so they can do something special for the women and the young ladies that they help. So Stella, thank you for being November's episode. November is the month in which we celebrate Veterans Day. This program today will be a salute and tribute to our veterans of past wars and also current crises that we have in our world, and our military are the ones that deploy. And we'll introduce our special guest momentarily, but let me just say what's going to come on the following week. We'll do our proclamation, and then also we'll show you excerpts of some pictures of where we went. And then Thanksgiving, the 3rd episode, we will give thanks with a grateful heart. We ought to be grateful for all of the benefits and the blessings that we have as a nation, as a people. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. You do not have to wait until the 4th Thursday of November. Also, November will be start of Advent, and we will do a special about that as we approach the Christmas season and talk about various programs her nonprofit Ministry of Care as well as Royal Ambassadors will be doing internationally as well as locally in Houston, and we want to be a part of that. 11 is the number of disunity, and you don't have to be in discord. So many crises around the world, over in Israel and Palestine and also Ukraine and Russia. We want to pray for those nations, pray for the leaders, pray for the people. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. We are our brother's keepers, and therefore you can come together in unity, and love is a universal language, and we pray that November will be a month of love. Well, we have in the house none other. He was on last week when we did episode 37 live program with holistic health, healing, and wholeness. It's Mr. Kevin Stafford. And if you will just show him, and he was served in the Navy for 4 years. He's CEO of Your Business Vision. Yep. And today our topic is going to be Your Business Vision. He's going to talk about what he does in his business to help other people, young entrepreneurs, do startups. And if you could put up his slide with his bio on it so we can see what he's all about. And then we'll later on put up his contact information. CEO of Your Business Vision. He'll tell you about that. He's also the CFO of the Wooden Group Home Health. He has a home health group in which he sends professionals as well as family members to go out to do certain tasks with those that need home care and other services. He's also a business and healthcare leader. Said military veteran. He served 4 years, so we want to thank him for his salute, his support, his service, and the ultimate sacrifice that him and other veterans, as we go into Veterans Day at the end of the week, and all businesses and restaurants are honoring the military because it's because of you, the sacrifices and the service you give, that we can live in the land of the free and the home of the brave. And you help keep us protected and bring democracy and you protect our democracy against enemies, domestic and foreign. So we want to thank you, Kevin, for your services to our great nation. And therefore, tell us a little bit about your family of origin, where you hail from, and what when you were growing up, what was your vision as a child? I know you're a CEO of your business vision. Oftentimes when we are a child, it's like going to the movie. It's a preview of a coming attraction. I remember I would gather all of the kids in my neighborhood. I would go to church on Sunday. I can remember as 4 years old preaching to the neighborhood kids, taking soda crates and also boxes to wreck at my pulpit. I could remember the pastor's sermon, message, Kevin, verbatim, and come back and repeat it to the neighborhood kids. My sister and cousins were the choir. I even buried a cat, and my sister said, man, he preached the best cat funeral. Now, there's no pet heaven, but he said that cat made it in heaven because Keith preached to man. And therefore, tell us a little bit about yourself, family of origin, what you did as a kid, and what you feel is your why, what inspired you to join the military. I know that's loaded, but just bam, bam, bam.
Gotcha. All right, well, to start off, again, my name is Kevin Stafford. I'm the CEO of Your Business Vision, and a little bit about myself is I grew up in Detroit, Michigan, one of the United States urban cities. It's one of the big, larger ones. My childhood was fair. Growing up, my dad was a Marine. Mother, she stayed at home and took care of me, pretty much.
Are you the only child?
I am not the only child. I have 2 sisters and 1 other brother.
Okay. And you grew up in Michigan?
I grew up in Michigan.
Detroit?
Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, where the Chrysler and all of them.
All the big threes there.
The big threes, GM and
GM,
what was
Chrysler and Ford.
Ford, okay.
Definitely.
All right, and so your father was in the Marines, so the apple didn't fall far from the tree, but they are closely like cousins, the Marine and the Navy. What inspired you to go in the Navy?
What inspired me was I was in Air Force ROTC in high school, and I think in 9th grade I made my decision. I didn't tell my mom or dad yet, but by the time I was in 11th grade, I was ready to make that decision because as much as I love education, I just didn't have faith in the education system as I did younger. So I really did not want to go to college, and I wanted to travel. So that inspired me to join the U.S. Navy.
That was your inspiration and your dream to join the military, to travel, and then ultimately you did get your education.
Yes.
Took advantage of the GI Bill.
Definitely.
And I think they call it something else now. I also grew
post 9/11.
Okay, post 9/11, and then also a lot of the veterans' children can take advantage of the educational benefits that they did not use. All right. So what was it like growing up in Detroit?
Growing in Detroit for me, it was a dangerous city, but I have friends that look out for me, and we looked out for each other. But all in all, Detroit, it's hard to say. You got your good parts and your bad parts. I mean, I love downtown. It's a place that me and my friends used to go all the time called Belle Isle. You can look it up one day. It's a very nice park on the island in Michigan. And it was just, to me, overall, I could say my childhood was fun. I wouldn't change it for the world. It's what inspired me and gave me the opportunity to grow into the person I am now.
Now, a lot of the car plants have shut down there.
Yes.
But it was really the bread and butter for America.
Oh, yes.
And then also for Detroit. And so I think your parents are still alive.
Hmm.
And do you go back there and visit?
I definitely visit. I visit my parents all the time. Speaking of the big three, my dad did work for Ford for 30 years after he got out the military, so
Okay.
I'm very familiar with the industry of the car industry.
All right, so what is happening there? I think
I think the focus now is they are focused on these electric cars now.
Okay.
So,
and still in Detroit though.
oh yeah, definitely in Detroit. We have a few plants that still going strong in Michigan. Maybe not in Detroit, but right outside of Detroit.
Okay, you were in the Navy for 4 years.
So I was in the Navy for 6.5 years active
Oh,
duty,
6.5.
and I'm on reserves for about 7 years.
Okay, so that's 13 years. So you plan to retire?
Yes. I
Are you
do.
in the what's called in the Air Force? I think it was called like arts. So how does the reserve system work? Explain to our listening audience.
For the reserve system, the way it works is you have to go a weekend in each month, and then 2 weeks out the year you're going on active duty orders as if you was on active duty orders. So that's all you're required to do. So one weekend, usually the first weekend of each month, you have to go do those 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and then you get to choose a 2 week period where you're going to go out into the field with active duty to support that command.
Have you deployed as in the reserve?
Definitely. I didn't deploy everywhere. I've been in Japan, the Philippines, South Africa, Singapore, Malaysia, Jakarta. I didn't been at a lot of places.
What did you do while you were in the Navy?
Well, it's a lot of different jobs in the Navy, but my job, I'm a navigator. So I do navigation. I know how to navigate with electronic, and I know how to navigate with the stars and the moon, which is an art that a lot of people don't use often, but I still know how to do paper charts and celestial navigation.
Well, way back then, before we had the astronomy and all of that, they could look at the moon and determine the seasons and whatnot. So you are a skilled professional in that area, and therefore, where did you go to college? Did you go while you were in the Navy or when you got out?
I had a plethora of what you call trainings that they sent me to while I was in the Navy that was paid for. I didn't go to college until I got off of active duty, but they sent me to a lot of celestial navigation schools and stuff like that, and I had a lot of on-hands direct training.
Okay, are you like certified
Yes.
navigator?
I'm fully qualified navigator.
Okay,
on
and
the
so you
US.
have certification in
Yes.
that area. Okay, now this is Veterans Day, and so many people served in Vietnam, and a lot of our homeless on the streets, they are that way because when they came back, America, first of all, many opposed that war in Vietnam and felt we shouldn't have been there, and many of them military, they obeyed lawful orders.
Right.
And many of them were drafted to go. Many of them are homeless today. Every
Yeah.
Christmas, we do an Operation Christmas Blessing, and at Thanksgiving, we would give the Susan G. Komen, the cancer survivors, turkeys. We even give them to people, pass out food here. We did it in San Antonio and the Houston area.
Okay.
What would you say to America? And we have veterans of past wars, such as World War I, World War II. Then we have Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm. And we still have people deployed. Your unit, as a reservist, you can deploy. Won't you speak to the veterans and give them words of inspiration and encouragement? Now on Veterans Day, many of the restaurants will give some of them free meals or some type of freebie, or your spouse can go, you get your meal free, but you have to buy another meal. And I know you're a proud American, and what can we do to just bring about unity in America? We see so much divisiveness and whatnot, but yet still, it's not the CNN or the Fox News or that reporter. It's not the community activist. It's not the politician, but it's the military. And we want to salute all of the branches of military. I served in the best, the Air Force, so nothing. But no, we all come together. In fact, I was the deployed chaplain in Operation Bosnia. I had 5,000 under my spiritual care. That was my time in the military. I also had the same thing like you, where we wanted to get our education, and also we wanted to travel the world, and I did all of that. So talk very quickly, give a word message of encouragement for about a minute to our veterans, what you would say to them, being a vet and a reservist.
So being a vet and being a reservist also, just to the vets out there, we know sometimes you're falling, but you're never forgotten. Especially vet to vet, we never forget where we came from and how tough it is to serve and the sacrifice that is made. And I'll leave a word of some advice or a message that was passed down to me from some of my commanders that I look up to, is that stick with me to this day. Is called the fortune favors the brave. And that means pretty much is you were brave, and fortune is always to your favor. So just keep pushing and you'll find your way. And vets don't never forget vets, and the people definitely don't forget us either. We just got to reach out and keep pushing as strong as you did as you served in our country.
Well, we want to say to all of our veterans out there, as well as the Family Heritage Veterans Day, you are now the CEO of your business vision. Tell us about that, how you got started, and what are your core competencies and your acumens and some of the services you provide with that business.
So your business, we would talking about the healthcare business.
No, the CEO of your business vision.
So
that one.
Your business vision, it came about with me wanting to help other small business owners. You got these big corporate businesses, and I kind of was trying to figure out how do we gain the edge and figure out how to become as large as these big companies like Apple, AT&T, Amazon, you name it. So pretty much the vision behind your business vision is I just did extensive research and kind of just studied different businesses, all the way from domestic, foreign, and international.
Global market. We're in a global market
exactly.
now. So do you provide consultation, and are you a business coach?
Yes, I definitely. I do consultation. I'm big on I want to create other business owners, and in order for me to do that, I give them information so they can make an informed decision. Because in order to be a boss or a business owner, you have to make decisions for your company.
And say for instance, there are pillars in a business. There are 5. And I do training with executive. I do executive coaching. I'm certified in certain principles and values with the RED and global priority. I'm a global priority specialist. And there are 5 foundations for businesses. 5 pillars of excellence. Number 1 is foundation, formation, fundamentals. There are business fundamentals, and then you got to stay focused, and then you got to think about the future. There are some young men and women out there that want to start businesses. They want to become an entrepreneur. What would you say to them?
To start now, research on your own. You got to remain consistent and go after you got to go after what you want. If you feel it, you have a purpose. You have to just really jump out and leap and believe in yourself and your faith. And your faith will guide you to any of the wealth or any of the experiences you're going to get. But you have to start. You're going to make some mistakes on the way, but that's what we're here for. We're here to help and assist with that.
And so a vision is a dream. And also, this is your why. You feel that you put on the earth to help others. What are some of the things you can do to help someone that may want to do a business startup, or they may be struggling in their business, or they may want to revamp their business, or maybe branch out and expand their business? And how are you affecting the global markets?
So what I can offer is kind of help you identify the best business structure that's going to work for you and your company. There's many plethora of different structures. I'm there to actually assist you, and when you're when you're seeking for the answers, just like I was a business owner, then I didn't have any real mentorship, and I seek these answers, and I had to learn from trial and error. But I can actually hold your hand through it and help you.
And you can walk a person through it, and we'll put up your contact information later. But there's two scriptures I want to just talk about. It says, without a vision in Proverbs 29:18, where there's no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. And they're biblical principles. You have people that are not even Christians. They'll follow the biblical principle. And it starts with a dream, and it starts with you. A dream takes a team. And so you want to contact Kevin. He said he didn't have a mentor, but what happened to him, he does not want to happen to you. And then there is Habakkuk 2:2-3, where Habakkuk was a watchman, and this is what the Lord said, and this is what the word says in Habakkuk. The Lord answered me, write the vision down. And so if you have some idea, some creativity, or something that has that you feel that you've been put on this earth, everybody has been put on this earth with a purpose, and there's some problems you were created to solve. It said about the A students are the administrators, the B are the faculty, but it's the C students that are the entrepreneurs, like your business vision, Kevin. I don't know how well you did academically, but it's for an appointed time, this vision. So many people think it's going to be a quick fix. You're going to jump into success overnight. It doesn't work like that. But at the end, it shall speak. And we're going to see the manifestation and the revelation. It does not lie. Though it tarries, you got to be patient. You got to be persistent. You got to pursue, and you will come into your predestination, your destiny, that you got to run with it. So the vision is for an appointed time. As yet for an appointed time, and it will come to pass. And so we'll see his information, how you can contact him, and he can help you. Now let's talk about your home health, and that's called Wooden Group Health.
Home health.
Home health.
Mm-hmm.
Home
Yes.
health. How did you come up with that? And that's a subsidiary to your business vision.
Oh, yeah. Well, my business partner, Mr. Dewan Wooden, as Wooden Group Home Health, he had a vision, but he knew that he wanted me to be a part of that. And basically, Wooden Group Home Health is a home care agency that gives and provide, let's say, elderly and disabled people opening for them to actually use their insurance the correct way, because we're not really educated on it. We help guide them through that, and we provide providers to come help them with bathing, cleaning, laundry. That's some non-skill stuff. And if you need nursing services, we also provide that, and we have a couple of doctors that we can call on staff also.
Okay, so you are assigned health professionals to go into homes, but then also some other people can go in as well. All right, we normally don't hardly have much time to get into this, but what are some of the services you provide, and what will be the protocols a person will have to follow in order to do this? And by the way, our topic is Your Business Vision, episode number 38. And so we'll correct that when it airs. It's Your Business Vision. Okay, so tell us, is Medicaid involved, or how can they go about paying for these services for the person that needs the care?
So there's many different forms for us to subsidize the money, but the regular ones you're gonna know about is Medicaid, Medicare. We also do VA, and we have private pay. But we try to find different forms and ways to subsidize the money, and we do the research on our own, especially if you're in a different state or maybe in a different insurance group. So those are the major forms of payment.
Do you have employees?
Oh, yeah. We have over 50 employees.
Over 50 employees. And you what, in your late 30s, early 40s, or what?
38 years
38 years old, entrepreneur. And also you are a Luva influencer. You were talking about how you got into that residual income with Luva, holistic health, healing, and wealth and whatnot. And so you talk about the you also can provide, recruit and the families that take care of their loved ones can get paid as well.
Exactly. You want to keep the money in the household. It's
Okay.
definitely going to help with the financial structure also. So if you're taking care of your mother anyway, we
You
figure
should
out
get
a way.
paid for
Yeah,
it.
you should get paid for it. We figure out a way for their insurance to pay for your services through our agency.
All right, so it's been said about a support system. Nobody succeeds alone, nobody or no one. Friends differ. Some correct you, others direct you. Some make you think, they make you feel. Identify those who truly stimulate you, educate you, placate you, meticulously build your foundation for this support and the care that you give your loved one. And therefore, it's nothing wrong with you being a provider, but then also you can seek professional help. And even though you may provide the care, call in some health professional to come in maybe 2 days a week and to give you a break. And you need a support system as well, and a support system that is a result of thought instead of convenience, and network. And you can network with him. Put up your, let's put up his contact information, and then we're going to have you give a 1-minute takeaway, and that's going to end our program. So there's the Wooden Group Home Help at Outlook.com. Your Business Vision at Outlook.com. And what's your telephone number? Tell us your telephone number and email if somebody want to contact you. We didn't put that up.
It's okay. My phone number directly will be 248-346-1599.
Repeat that again.
Again, 248-346-1599. That's my direct line.
Okay, so call this young entrepreneur, 38 years old. He will help you in your business. There's some young man, some young woman, there's some business, somebody aspiring to start a business or reinvent a business. Give them a 1-minute message of success.
The key to a successful business is to remain consistent. You can be the Michael Jordan of McDonald's, but you will stay at that level where they pitch you. But if you open up your own business, there's no slim ceilings and no limits. The only limitation is you. You win or lose, and it all starts in your mind. If you decide to win, you will win every time. You're going to go through some opportunities of growth, but at the end of the day, those growth is going to help you grow other people.
All right, there are 3 things about business excellence. We talked about the 5 pillars of excellence, and it starts with a good foundation. Then there are also building blocks, and Kevin can help you with the building blocks and their core competencies. You got the first. It takes self-leadership, and you need to do that. All right, if you could put up our Keep It Real sign. We've come to an end of this episode 38. There's that gorgeous woman. 2 weeks ago, we celebrated our 4th anniversary, and we're going to come back next week with our proclamation and show you some photos of where we went. Keep It Real TV49 on Facebook. Go back, look at past episode. Call us at the 346-813-0222, and you could become a sponsor in the future. And as we'll give you the calls, we market your brand as well as advertise you. And there's our Gmail, and you can put in views. All right, so Kevin, we want to thank you for being a guest. We want to say Happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans. Today will never come again. Be a blessing. Be a friend. Encourage someone. Take time to care. Let your words heal and not wound. And we want you to grow in faith. And this has been said about Wilma Randolph. This is her story. And you heard about Kevin talk about, you can work for somebody else or you can be your own boss. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. One must learn the impact of being willing to pay the price. There's a price to pay to be an entrepreneur, to have your own enterprise, your home health care, that you could help your family members and others in need of care. There's a price for your dream with money, your energy, and your action. And on that note, Kevin, if you'll look at your camera, and on the count of 3, let's tell them until next time to keep it real. 1, 2, 3, keep it real.